Hey guys, Huz here, bringing you a new individual champion guide, this time for the champion Wukong Jungle. Wukong has only really became a jungler of his own right. With the Spirit Stone sustain changes, it has really made him come into his own, and hopefully this guide will just give you a sneak peek of how I play Wukong, and hopefully give you guys some ideas. Now I just want to get started just to say that Wukong is a carry jungler. You go for the kills, you build the damage, and hopefully carry your team to victory. Anyway, without further ado, here we go. So as mentioned, Wukong is a carry jungler, and with that comes the 2190 mastery points. Now my page is fairly standard, but I thought I'd go over a few points that may be out of the ordinary and other people may not take, and I thought I'd justify that a little bit. So starting with double-edged sword means that you're going to be doing more damage, but also taking more damage. This, I think, is essential on most carry junglers, as your whole job is snowballing the game, and if you aren't doing enough damage to do that, then you aren't doing your job. So that is the reason I take double-edged sword. Now the only other points that I think maybe is slightly questionable is the Executioner into the dangerous game. Now that is over on the right. Executioner 3 out of 3 increases damage dealt to champions below 50% health by 5%. Again, you're a carry jungler, you want to be doing as much damage as possible. This point is great for just finishing opponents off. Now leading on from that is Dangerous Game. Dangerous Game is a sustained mastery point that when you get a kill, you'll be regenerating 5% of your missing health and mana. This is great for Wukong in a team fight. Now this is the first rune set that I kind of use on Wukong. Now I must admit this is actually the set that I probably use the least, but it is still very good. It will just give your early game a big boost with having increased damage, getting them ganks in, and just wrecking face with all your damage abilities. So starting with the Quints is 3 AD, then moving on to the Reds is times 9 AD, standard times 9 armor, and then splitting the resistances of MR, as you know, you can do that in the jungle, as it does give your late game a little bit MR boost, where your early game you don't need as much, as the mid laner will not really be that much of a threat. So the second rune page that I personally use for Wukong, and I use this one the most, is the more sustain page. As mentioned, Wukong does have innate sustain now with the Spirit Stone and taking the Executioner mastery point, but it does lead him still maybe being a little bit lower health than you want. Now taking times 3 lifesteal Quints is a really good technique just to stay literally at full health in the jungle majority of the game, and then you can engage with your Cyclone whenever it's up because you should be full health. Then moving into the Reds, it's times 9 AD, fairly standard, and then, you know, standard for the rest of it. So times 9 armor, and then splitting the resistances of the MR, as you can do it as mentioned. So anyway, they are the runes for Wukong, as, you know, previously said. I do use the lifesteal page more than the standard AD, but either will do. So skill order for Wukong goes like this. You want to max your Nimbus Strike, as this does your AoE clear in the jungle, as well as gives you attack speed. After that, you want to max your Crushing Blow, as it does do a little bit of a burst damage, and then after that, Decoy, with obviously taking your ultimate whenever possible. Fairly standard for Wukong. You know, I don't see anybody doing anything other than this, as if you do max your Crushing Blow, yes, you'll do more single target damage, but your jungle clear will be very slow. So I do recommend following this skill order to the absolute T. So the build for Wukong is fairly standard. You are a carry jungler, so you probably want to be building more offensive than defensive, and I've highlighted in green essential items, and I've also highlighted in pink an optional item which is more and more Mortius that kind of fits in both offensive and defensive. Anyway, starting in the early game, you want to go Machete 5-pot. Obviously it's a fairly standard jungle start that literally every jungler starts, maybe one or two don't, but you know, Wukong does go to that normality. Then after that, you want to get your Elder Lizard into the Brutalizer, and then depending what you're against, you get the right boot. So if you want to go for a more aggressive start and you don't need the CC reduction with the Tenacity, go for Mobility Boots. If not, go for Mercury Treads. Offensive items, Black Cleaver is a must. You need to have the Armor Shred. Helps your team as well. Your AD carry will be getting bonuses from this, and you can easily apply it with your Cyclone Ultimate. And then again, you can either go for a Last Whisper or Ravenous Hydra, and I thought I'd also mention you can go for a Triforce if you're very fed. Then moving into defensive, Banshee's Veil and Randuin's I think are essential. Banshee's Veil just to completely allow you to engage anytime you want. If you're trying to engage and a bind hits you, that's going to be annoying. Banshee's Veil will help you against this. And then Randuin's, when you're in the middle of them, cycloning everybody around you, press the Randuin's to slow them and keep them in your ultimate even more. So anyway, they are the main items that I use in Wukong. As mentioned, the green is highlighting things that I think are essential, and the pink is an optional one that is both offensive and defensive. So Wukong Jungle is a jungler I really enjoy to play. He's very versatile, but he is a carry jungler. You can build him tanky, but I find the most effective use of Wukong is going that damage state early on and then transitioning into a bit of tankiness. Now, as mentioned at the start of this video, you can play him in two different ways. The first way is the engager. You decoy in, then ultimate when you are in range, Nimbus strike in and then ultimate. Or then you can play the complete peeler for your AD carry or your AP, depending who you need to peel for. The current meta of the game is basically jump and kill the AD carry or jump and kill the AP. If you think of the champions in the game right now that are mainly played, you've got LeBlanc, you've got Kha'Zix, you've got Renekton, all of which that can literally just jump on your AD carry and wreck their face. Wukong is amazing in dealing with these people, as he can just stand on top of his own AD carry and press ultimate, and that will stop anybody jumping on top, as they will be CC'd if they go in range of the Cyclone ultimate. So anyway, I think that will wrap this guide up. I hope you guys learned a bit about Wukong Jungle and how I play him, and I hope to see more Wukong junglers play Wukong. So anyway, thanks for watching, and in the outro screen I will be highlighting 2 other Wukong Jungle videos that I have done in the past. So again, thanks for watching guys, hope you found this useful as mentioned, and here's just 2 videos that I've done in the past of Wukong Jungle if you wanted to see him in action of just a regular game. So the one on the left is just a full game commentary, majority of the content I do on this channel, and then the one on the right is a full game with communication with my team Absolute Zero that does have fight in it. So anyway, thanks for watching again, and I will see you guys next time.